Nate Salmon and Nicholas Catalan joined the deck team to assist complete it after Below Deck Down Under Season 3's double firing. These men are doing a fantastic job in their Bravo positions thus far. This serial sailed over rough waters before they stepped on, but BDDU Season 3 is doing well now that they're here. These men consistently put aside their egos, which contributes to Bravo's cheerful and enjoyable stories. In their absence, BDDU Season 3 might have concluded with a thud rather than a roar of cheers. This season began with Johnny Arvanitis as a deckhand and Wihan Dutoit as the bosun. A diligent worker, Johnny lost his temper easily. Wihan meantime put a lot of effort into the chores he wanted to do. However, he frequently played with the emotions and thoughts of his female co-workers. Wihan stated that he was seeking a marriage when he boarded. Wihan was thrilled when 2 women offered to serve as tributes right away. Some spectators thought Wihan's BDDU performances were over by the time he fell for a third party. However, nobody was more irritated with Wihan than Lara Rigby. In the yachting sector, collaboration is essential. Wihan was not a team player, though. Instead of assisting the interior department, Wihan told his staff to appear busy so that when Lara next came around, his spoken refusal would seem fair. Wihan also gave Alesia Harris a taste of his never-iconic malcontent medicine when she flipped his script and told him no, treating her with contempt. However, as Wihan purposefully embraced and inebriated Alesia while ignoring her persistent requests for Johnny, Johnny eventually lost his temper with his bosun. Just a few scenes later, Wihan was on the plank after Johnny shouted, punched an overhead cabinet, and lost his job. Upon arriving on set, Nate immediately headed to the wheelhouse to speak with Captain Jason Chambers. Nate's new supervisor reminded him that effective charters required strong cooperation abilities. He had to emphasize that cooperation keeps the peace amongst all departments after Wihan came up with every possible reason to deny Lara assistance. Nate shook his head as though he agreed. We see Nate folding laundry in the crew mess a few beats later, without any encouragement from Lara or her group. At this point, we all recognize that Nate is beginning to change the course of BDDU Season 3. Nate is at ease. At least not yet. He never loses his budgie smugglers under pressure. He lives a drama-free life on Bravo, doing his job, doing other jobs, and then going to bed. Nate is leading his charges on BDDU right, and we are grateful to have him on board where he belongs. Many admirers were saddened when BDDU said Johnny farewell. However, it was assumed that he would be fired since physical hostility produces harmful working circumstances. Nick, a novice deckhand, took over where Johnny left off, albeit not as well. Nick is ready and willing to learn, which is to his credit. Nick also pays attention when he is being instructed, demonstrating his concern for advancing his career. My third favorite quality of Nick is his deep, unexpected narrator-like voice, which comes after his honesty and humor. When Nick's hands are full, he battles with automatic doors, talks to himself, gets stuck in his clothes, struggles on deck, and delivers hysterical, odd jokes whenever he feels like it. I am really happy to have Nick on BDDU Season 3, since he is bringing humor and vitality to the series. Marina Marcondes de Barros's beautiful eyes were fixed on Wihan before he left. Unfortunately, Wihan gave in to her fantasies and frequently made approaches in return. However, he told the cameras that he had a crush on Marina and that he was not at fault for entertaining 2 other women on board. Similarly, Alesia was the target of Johnny's attention. Though difficult to sustain without Johnny on board, their boatmance was endearing. Here come Nick and Nate, the new boys in this Seychelles town. Nick and Marina have clicked. It's nice to watch Nick appreciate Marina and pursue her. It was often difficult for sweet Marina to hold Wihan near. However, Nick is the only place he wants to reside, and because of this, we love Nick even more. Nate is also captivated by Alesia. Alesia, though, is reluctant to do another boatmance. However, Alesia is about to accept his overtures as the above video reveals episode 15, giving us another entertaining, encouraging boatmance on BDU Season 3. This is a series that Nick and Nate are protecting. I'm hoping to see their faces on Bravo for many more seasons.